Hello beautiful yogis, Dumelang batho ba bantle. Welcome back to EYANA Yoga with Letlotlo. So today I'm going to be doing my practice from home. I don't think I've ever done yoga at home before, so it's going to be fun. So because home is associated with grounding, or at least for me, I think it's only befitting that we do a grounding session. We are not going to flow today. We're just going to do a series of a few seated poses on the mat. So we're really going to stay grounded to the earth. So in yoga, grounding poses really help us be more aware, help us be more connected and stay in tune with our bodies. So when you're trying to avoid burnout, when you're trying to take some time to quieten the mind and really get away from the busy schedules that we all have, this is really a good session to do. It really just helps us stay connected to the earth. So let's get started. Each gallant warrior's claim, I am the soil from which they came. Okay yogis, welcome back to your mat. So today I will be talking over the video again just because there's a lot of background noise. So we're going to start off in downward facing dog, just to get the body a little bit warm. So in your inverted V, you can just start to make slight movements, wiggle the bum, go onto your tippy toes, and then really try and plant those heels onto the mat just to make sure that your hamstrings get a nice stretch. And then you can start walking the dog a little bit, so bend into each knee gently as we warm up the legs. You want to make sure that while you're doing this, your palms are really planted onto the mat. All 10 fingers are on the mat. Then you can just go into your tippy toes again to create space and then plant those heels down. Next, we're going to warm up the shoulders. So you can just look into your right armpit and then turn again to look into your left armpit. And you're going to do a couple of these just to really twist a bit into those shoulders and warm them up. You can take one last one on each side, so one to the right and one to the left. And then when you're done to your left, you can just come to neutral down dog for 2 breaths. And now you can just bend your knees onto your mat and sit back into child's pose. We are going to take a couple more movements to just further warm up the body. So you're going to prepare to interlace your hands behind your bum and then just take those arms up into the air. Lift your bum off your heels and then just shuffle your feet to the back so that your knees are directly under your hips. Your head is still on the mat and you really are extending those hands up in the air. You want to feel your shoulder blades touching and you're going to breathe. Okay, you can bring those arms down and you can take your bum back down and just come up to seated. So face the front in a comfortable seated position, so maybe just with one foot in front of the other. We're going to take a couple of neck rolls. Your hands will be resting on your knees and you're sitting up straight, and you're just going to start with rolling to one side, whichever side you want to start with, maybe clockwise. My hair is in the way here, so you're going to continue your rolls while I fix my hair. And then prepare to finish on that side. We're just going to change to the opposite side. So if you've done clockwise, you're going to go anti-clockwise, and if you've done anti-clockwise, you're going to go clockwise, and just roll, really feeling the stretch in your neck.
complete your last round and then come to center. Next, you're just going to take your head up and down. So look down, really stretching the back of your neck, and look up, stretching the front of your neck. And you're just going to take a couple of those. With any warm-up movement, you really want to move with intention, so not just moving aimlessly. So you're really feeling each muscle in your neck. You can come up to neutral now. And we're just going to warm up the wrists now. So turn your wrist clockwise again. So just moving them in a roundabout motion to one direction. And you can then just reverse that direction and go the opposite direction. Take the last couple of rolls. And then the next movements we'll do are side bends. You're going to take your right hand and put it onto your mat, and then take your left arm up and over your head as you gaze into your left armpit. You can slide that right hand or arm onto the mat so the elbow is always also touching the mat, so that you get a deeper stretch onto your left side. Next, you're going to move up and do the same on the left hand side. You're just going to repeat a couple on each side like that, just to warm up the side body. And you are breathing. You can do the last one on each side. And then come back to neutral. Next, you can just grab hold of your right arm with your left hand and just stretch into that shoulder. So really pull those arms close to your body, to your chest. And make sure that you get nice warmth into those shoulders. Okay, come to neutral. So if it's available to you today, we're going to come into half lotus. So take that left foot, place it high up your right thigh. If you can't, you just place your right foot in front of the left like that. Otherwise, you're in half lotus, and we're going to twist to the left. So your right hand is going to go on top of your left knee, and your left hand is going to go backwards. And you're going to really twist your torso to the left. If you can bind, you're going to take your left hand and hold onto your left foot, and your gaze is at your left shoulder. Really try and twist to the back. Your back is straight. Your neck is neutral. And you are breathing. Okay, you're gonna come back. So you can unhook your right hand from your left foot and just come back to neutral. And you're gonna now swap legs. So you're gonna now place your right foot on top of your left thigh, and your left hand is gonna be on your right knee, and you're gonna twist to the right, holding on with your right hand, holding on your right foot. And your gaze again is at your right shoulder at this point. Your whole torso is twisting to the right. You're breathing. Okay, prepare to unhook again. So just first unhook your foot and come to neutral. Okay, next we're going to come into a forward fold with a bind in a seated position all at once. So you're just going to place your right foot in front of your left foot. You're going to take your right arm up over your head, bend that arm into your back, and then bring that left hand to meet your right hand, and then just hook there, and you're going to fold forward. Remember, if you can't get your forehead to touch your mat, you are wherever you are. So just as long as you're getting the stretch. So you might not be completely flat. You are not working into any kind of pain. And remember to breathe. You can come up, unhook, and then just swap your legs around. So now your left foot will be in front of your right in your seat. My hair is in the way again, so just a moment to fix that. You can bind so long. So again, just taking that left hand or arm up and then bending it into your back and then bringing that right arm to grab onto it. So I'm just going to turn so you can see what I'm doing. And you can fold forward. And try not to let your mind wander. So just, if you are struggling with that, just concentrate on your breath. Trying to keep the in breaths the same as the out breaths in length. Okay, you can come up and unhook your hands. Take a breath here to just scan through the body. You should be feeling nice and open after those few movements that we've done. Next, you're going to just take your right leg out in front of you, still keeping the left leg bent into your chest. You're going to take your left hand and hook it onto your left knee and then just bind at the back with your right hand. So that's what it looks like from the side. So just hooking from the inside out onto your left knee and then bringing your right arm to come hook at the back, and you're going to stay there. And you're breathing. Your back is slightly forward to meet your knee. And remember that your leg that's onto the mat is still active. So to get a deeper stretch there, just pull your toes towards your face. Next, we're just going to lift that left foot off the mat and you're going to straighten the back. So still in a bind, you just straight back. Your left foot is now off the mat and you're looking ahead. You can bring that foot down onto the mat and unhook your bind. We're going to do the same on the opposite side. So you can just shake your legs a little bit and then take your left leg out in front of you with your right leg bent. Take your right arm up and unhook from the inside out on your right knee and then just bind back with your left hand. And remember, your left foot on the mat, your toes are pointing to your face, so that foot or that leg is strong and activated. And you're breathing here again. You can take that right foot off the mat, so straighten the back, lift the foot, and you're sitting on both sit bones. Okay, you can place that foot back down, undo your bind, and then just give those legs a shake again. Next, we're going to do a dynamic forward fold. So you're going to try and touch your toes and come back up. And you're going to keep pulsing like that, just warming up the hamstrings. So remember, if you can't touch your toes, that's also okay. So you just keep pulsing until you can feel the stretch on your hamstrings. Your back is straight, you're not rounding. You would rather have a straight back and not touch the toes than touch the toes with a rounded back. Next, you're going to hold on to those toes and just give those legs a shake as you're holding on. And now that we're nice and warm on our hamstrings, we're just going to do standard sitting hamstring stretches. So you're going to leave your left leg out onto the mat and you're going to bend into that right leg with your right heel touching your groin. Your left arm is going to be alongside your left leg as you bring your right arm up and over your head, trying to touch your left toes. So you're really going to bend into that right side, touching your left toe with your right hand. Your gaze again is under that right arm, almost into the armpit. And you're breathing. So really twist as much as you can. Remember here, you might not be all the way down, or you might be all the way down and even with your forehead touching your knee. But you just do however your body or whatever your body allows you to. And you're going to come up. And we're going to do that on the right hand side. So your right leg is straight out, your left leg is bent. And you're going to bring your left arm over your head, holding onto the toes. Should be feeling a deep hamstring stretch to your right. Okay, come up. Well done, beautiful yogis. For a bit of relief, you're just going to bend those legs out in front of you. And you're going to windscreen wipe your knees from side to side. That should be feeling really good on the groin and on the hamstrings. Next, let's do pigeon. So pigeon is one of my favorite grounding poses. You're going to just take that right leg out to the back of the mat and your left leg is bent in front of your mat. Your left heel is touching your groin and you're taking a slight back bend here. And remember, you're not sitting on that left bum. You're really making sure that you're lifting it so that you get the most out of the pose. Where you should be feeling the stretch is obviously your back because it's bent. That leg is strong at the back, and then your inner thighs and your groin area is also obviously stretching and opening up in this pose. And you look tall. And hold it for a couple more breaths. You can come out. So you're gonna just bend or flip those legs around. So now the right leg will be bent in front and your left leg will be straight to the back. And your back is bent. Shoulders are open. And you are in a strong pigeon pose. You can just look from side to side here for a bit of a fun stretch. So just look to your left, look to your right, and just move those shoulders. This should be creating a bit more space in the back, so you should be feeling a deeper stretch in your back now, or a deeper bend rather. And you can come out of it. We're going to transition into butterfly. Okay, so you're going to sit on your bum and then just put your feet together almost in prayer. Hold onto your feet with your hands and just flap your knees up and down. So again here the stretch should be inner thighs, groin area, and nothing is painful. If it's too painful, you take it down a notch. It's just a lovely stretch always. We're going to recline the butterfly, so you're going to just keep your butterfly and just lie back onto your mat. Again, this one is a beautiful stretch, your inner thighs. You can use your hands to encourage those knees down if you want for a deeper stretch, but otherwise, just a normal butterfly is plenty of work. You can close your eyes lightly. You can come out. Just windscreen those knees from side to side again for a bit of relief. And next you're just going to stretch your left leg out onto the mat and then hold onto your right toe with your right hand and just keep that leg up in the air and make sure that that leg is straight. So again here you're stretching your hamstrings, or the stretch should be felt on your hamstrings. And you're going to hold it. If you can't hold your toe, you are either holding your ankle or your calf or your knee or the back of your knee, wherever you need to be. If you really can't keep your leg straight, you can bend slightly into the knee. Just make sure you get in the stretch. Bend that knee, bring that foot down, and then just give those legs a shake. Bring your left leg up now and hold on to that toe with your left hand. And same applies this side, so you are holding on to wherever is comfortable or available to you. So either back of thigh, back of knee, calf or ankle. Okay, bring that leg down. Our next grounding pose is going to be plow. So both legs are going to go up in the air, and with a rolling movement you're going to scoop your bum off the mat and take those legs up, so you're standing on your shoulders. Okay, once you're stable, you're just going to bring those legs down over your head as far as you can. If you can touch the ground, that's great. And once you're at your maximum, you're going to bend those knees. So bend those knees into your forehead. This is another favorite of mine. Your back is straight and you're breathing. For a challenge, you can take those hands off your back and just interlace them onto the mat. So you're partly balancing as well. You're doing so well. You can bring those hands up to support your back again and stay there for a little while longer. So to come out of it, we're going to play a little bit. So just take your right leg up and bend it onto your bum. We're going to do figure 4 with our legs while our bum is in the air. So you're going to take your right foot and place it on top of your left knee, figure 4. And you're going to do the same on the left side. So unhook, place your left foot on your right knee, and figure 4 on the right. For those looking for a bit of a challenge, so try and touch your forehead with your left foot. And come out. We're going to come out of the pose now. So you're going to gently, vertebra by vertebra, bring your back down. And just put your legs out onto the mat and just scan through the body there. As we go into Shavasana, we're just going to take a twist. So bring your right foot on top of your left knee and bend into that left knee. You're going to take both legs out onto the right, making both knees touch the ground on the right. So it's a twist to the right and your gaze is at your left shoulder. Okay, bring those legs back up. And now you're going to hook the left foot on the right knee, bend the right knee, and then bring both legs down with both knees touching on the left hand side. Then you can bring your gaze back to the right, really getting that deep stretch to your left. Come up, hug your knees into your chest. We're preparing for Shavasana now. So you can just let your body onto your mat in total surrender. Your feet are mat width apart. Your arms are naturally beside your body. Your neck is neutral. Your eyes are lightly closed. You are completely relaxed. Your breath is normal. You're not controlling anything here. Yogis, you can start wiggling your body now. Slight movements. Take your arms up over your head and take a big stretch from toe to fingertip. And then just find your way to a comfortable seated position. Well done, beautiful yogis, and thank you so much for joining me in this beautiful grounding practice at my home. I really hope that you feel in tune with your body. Namaste.